Crypto crackheads, cryptillions, ladies and gentlemen, there are two objects on this Bitcoin price chart that will very easily guide you into making sound decisions. It will guide you to make sound decisions with your altcoins or your future purchases of altcoins and your general interest in which direction is all of crypto going, with the idea that Bitcoin usually leads the whole market. Two easy things I want you to place on your chart. The first one is this orange line. I'm going to show you how to put it on your chart and how to use it and how to zoom into it on different time frames so it stays the same, so you could really get a good look on, hey, is price getting ready to change directions? And this orange line, since the $15,500 low, has gotten the general direction of prices going up for a midterm move or prices now going down for a midterm move. And there's only one small exception near the 15.5 low. Only one exception that I've seen the entire time since about a year ago. So, and then the second thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how to put a line starting from right at the 15.5 low, connect it to this low over here. It lines up with the monthly 10, which I've been saying for since Bitcoin, before Bitcoin was going down. It was still going up to 44K before the 48 pump. I said, hey, I'm not buying alts until Bitcoin hits the monthly 10. I know it's going to happen. I'm hyper confident. And the magic line that I want you to put on your chart aligns with that monthly 10. So no further ado, get ready for the initiation of your Timification. Let's get it. All right, I have a team leader, Ottoman, goes by Otto, on our Discord, and he has been ranting and raving about the 4-hour 200 and how it's emerging as a very important EMA across all altcoins and Bitcoin. I typically only use the 4-hour 200 EMA on a personal standpoint during bull markets, because if I feel that Bitcoin is not done making higher highs within a cycle, I find that any altcoin that is done okay, that is currently below its 4-hour 200, if Bitcoin starts looking like it's going to get strong again, I usually use that as an idea. Hey, price of this whatever altcoin has stretched below the 4-hour 200 EMA, and that is a little mini golden pocket in which as long as Bitcoin supports another move up for the whole market, you typically get a really good value under that during bull market specifically, and that's how I use it. He is saying it's coming into play heavily, and honestly, I didn't give it enough thought until today. And so this is the line that I'm talking about, and I'll show you how to put it on different time frames too. So you can really zoom in and see exactly, like for example, right over here, let's zoom way into this spot. Like if you were trying to make sound decisions, whether you're buying altcoins in general without futures or playing futures, something like this, being able to see this price interaction on tinier time frames on that same 4-hour 200 EMA is going to be important. We're going to cover that. We're going to cover that next. So take a look. In general, if price is above this line, here's a little fake out. Since the 15.5 low over here, price has generally been going up for a move that lasts a midterm time frame, like a week or so. So when it went below here, 9 days down before it started correcting, okay, that's not horrible. It's not the greatest signal, but I mean, it was a midterm price action move. Once it got above, you got a move up until the top for a month. And once it started going below, then the trend made a lower high and a lower low after it went below. So from the moment it went below to the moment it got strong was 2 months. So we have 10 days of correct trend, a month of correct trend. Once it broke, lower high again, lower low. You had 2 months of the correct trend. The next time it came up, you got to the top almost a month, just shy of a month, 3.5 weeks of the right trend. Once it went down below again, it did not really get back above, and it stayed going down, making lower lows for 2 months. And then it started getting back above again, made a higher low. Let's count it from there. It got that trend. This looks like 3 or 4 months. Almost, it's 90 days. So the average, the shortest one is 10 days. I think we already have that. 13 days. The longer ones are closer to 100 days. So we're likely going to have a trend forming in and around this line and it's going to keep going down. Let's just guess. I mean, from these past iterations, it's already past 10 days, so it's more likely, let's just count, hey, 2 more weeks of downside since we already have about a week here. That would be on the lower middle time frame of a downside move. So if your altcoins are in general going, so you'll have some up days, like 2 red days, and then like 1 green day, 3 red days, 3 small green days. So, you gotta get up to get down, It's not straight down, but floating down, right? So if you watch this in 2 days and it's a big green candle after price falls like this, and you're like, yes, it's off to the moon. No, that's a lower high. Look. That's a lower high. You gotta get up to get down. This is not how you get down. You get down by going up to, right? Okay, and that's for more newer viewers. I know my recurring viewers don't get trapped into that mentality anymore. If you see a hot green day, but it's under the lower high area to the current local high. I mean, you're not excited until that breaks. For new viewers, I dig into that concept a lot, and it works like magic. If you keep following my videos on YouTube here. And again, if you want to get more, the YouTube tiers, I do 2 live shows a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 p.m. noon, New York. I record them and I timestamp them, so if you can't make them, you can go hop on, ask a question in 1 second, and then jump off and then watch it after, at nighttime when you're done with work, and your question will be timestamped. So that's the join button below. And if you want even more interaction with me directly, like sharing screens and talking with me live over microphone, that's the Discord community, and the descriptions, the links to that are in the description section of this video and all my videos. All right, so that's the 4-hour 200. How do you make this 4-hour 200 stay there and really zoom in on price, touching it? Well, you can do, how many times does 15 minutes go into 1 hour? 4 times. How many times does 1 hour go into 4 hours? Can you see my cursor pointing up here? Time frames, 15 minutes goes an hour 4 times. 1 hour goes into 4 hours 4 times, so that's a multiplier of 16. So if I go to the 15-minute chart and I want the 200, I would multiply that by 16. Okay, and I think these numbers can go into the I've done 3200 EMA before. So it's the 15-minute 3200 EMA if you want to see it on the 15-minute chart. You could also use an indicator called the MTF EMA, and you just put on the 4-hour 10, or the 4-hour 200, and you can change time frames and it just stays that way. But if you multiply it out, the line gets smoother and smoother and smoother because it has more closures and more data points, so the line is smoother, right? And you can do that same thing for any time frame, the monthly 10, or the weekly 10. You can turn that into the daily 70. And it's exactly the same thing, but smoother because it has more data points. All right, so you're learning a lot of cool stuff, hopefully new viewers. All right, so there are 2 ways to do this. You multiply it out, lower time frames. I kind of like that a little bit better, but there are many times where I want several lines. I really don't want to sit there and do that. I just use the MTF EMA indicators. As you can see on the left-hand side, I have multiple, one here, here. So at any point in time, I want to see the weekly 21, and is that in play? So essentially, I have these on here so I can at any time see what is in play. What is the biggest money in the room, or in the, that's trading Bitcoin right now? What are they looking for? Well, the weekly 21s, it's not quite in play yet. It's soon to be in play, right? And from a weekly standpoint, that gets the direction of the weekly. Similar to the 4-hour 200, that can get the trend for up to 90 days, but this gets the trend typically for over a year. And it's over it right now, so it's looking pretty safe. So that's how I personally use MTF EMAs. That's when new viewers, if you're learning something, hit the like button and subscribe. So let's go ahead, and those are the 2 things I want to show you there. Now, now our magic super line, right? So I'm going to get rid of the 200 EMA, and I'm going to go back to the 15.5 low. I'm going to look down here around late November, December of 2022, and then I'm going to look somewhere around September 10th, September 11th, when it made a wick low of 2023. September 10th, 2023, and somewhere around November, December of 2022. I'm going to just eyeball how to make a line touching this good stuff, maybe like so. Maybe make it a best fit line. That's pretty freaking close. This wick goes a little bit under it. This area gets it perfect around Friday the 13th. That gets it perfectly. This line, if you draw it on your chart, and then you can use another MTF EMA, which right now is one of my favorite ones to use for altcoins to decide, are they generally as strong as Bitcoin? Are they going to outperform Bitcoin as Bitcoin, makes a pullback, and then at whatever point, 2025, late 2024, races up to its all-time high, which altcoins will outperform Bitcoin on that journey up after a pullback? I usually say it's going to be ones that are over its monthly 10 EMA, and I don't really think anything under it right now, under its own monthly 10 EMA, is going to be what I call in the Discord and YouTube community, the private YouTube community, the join button below, I think it's blue, if you want to check that out. But I refer to, well, I might be giving you a little bit too much info here, so I'm going to back off what I was saying. I don't want to piss off my community, and I've gotten out of the habit of making a lot of YouTube videos, but I generally call, I generally say first mover, because we don't want to get altcoins. When we sit there and plan this a lot in the community, both YouTube and Discord, which coins are going to be a first mover? Because you don't want to get an altcoin that only pumps when Bitcoin has like 6 weeks left of a bull market, which is a lot of coins. And so you're sitting on an altcoin that's doing like 2x over 6 months, while a bunch of other crap goes 20x. Right? And then it does a 35, 40x at the very end. Those are the ones that are currently under the monthly 10. That's a little bit more info, but if you're here and this isn't timestamped, so if you're watching 11 minutes in, that is the value you get. I might pop in little nuggets like that that are more exclusive to the YouTube and Discord community without timestamping them. But if you like timestamps on important things, I even note, hey, this is a live setup. Hey, this is, if I find a live setup during a call, I will let them know and timestamp it. So they can, people who are wanting to trade that day, they can go look at what we found. All right, here we go. So this magic line will be what, I guess, not positional trade, but pattern traders and people who just, like trend lines. So this will be a very, very interesting place for many people, where people will become buyers. Even bigger money, so that'd be more like retail and some big money. Bigger money's algos will be initiated when Bitcoin is touching this monthly 10, which will be, it's riding this line. It's missionary style, baby. Right, got on bottom for a little bit, but then, back on top here. So it's hugging this line. They meet up together. 2 different groups of people, or even 3, many different groups of styles of trading will be interested in buying here. And so if Bitcoin cannot hold that monthly 10, a lot of those buyers who bought there, let's say the most buying power gets into the lower high, it gets stopped, then goes below the monthly 10 that's going like this. If that happens, guess what? All of those buyers here will become. They'll mostly become sideliners doing nothing, so not creating a force of buying or a force of selling, but many of them will become sellers. So if Bitcoin cannot hold that monthly 10, it could do a quick dive down, then maybe a V-shape back up into it, or it could create a longer trend down. But whatever happens here, it's going to be exceptionally interesting. And we'll really be diving into that in the community once it's there, because we've been waiting for this since well before Bitcoin was going down. I mean, Bitcoin was charging up from like 38K to 44K, and we were still talking about the monthly 10 and what altcoins were playing it. So we've been thinking about this for a while. I will go over it very briefly, and I won't give you the juicy stuff once it's there, but I'll make some YouTube videos to try to generally alert the folks who are watching on free YouTube. This is what we're generally interested in without any specificities. So I hope that you liked what you saw here. If you learned something, let me know what it was. If you didn't learn anything, let me know what you do want to learn about in the comment section. Or if you just want to help the algo, just type algo and help out your content creator, or even just leave a period and put no tampon. Period with no tampon, whatever you want to do. We'll see you next time. You just got Timified Worldwide. Peace.